Hey, I'm Abby and welcome back to the Life Work Balance YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about the most important aspect of your job search, focusing your job search. If you don't know what type of job you want to apply to and you just randomly apply to jobs, the lack of focus will hurt you in the long run. It will likely extend your job search by weeks, if not months. So focusing your job search is key to your job search success. Before we jump into that, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're looking forward to learning about how you can focus your job search. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can continue to receive life work balance advice delivered directly to you every week. There are three primary areas for you to highlight when it comes to focusing your job search. You absolutely need to know what type of job you want. So this is understanding what you want to do. What is the actual work? At this point, you don't necessarily need to know the exact job title because organizations likely vary in what they call the same type of job. For example, when I've worked in human resources, you might have someone who is a human resources specialist, a human resources generalist, a human resources business partner. And if you only search for human resources specialist, you'll miss out on all of those other job postings that are titled slightly different names but do essentially the same work. So if you know what you want to do, like the actual work that you would be doing on a day-to-day basis, like communicating with other people, training and developing others, doing analysis or program management or project management, that really streamlines the process of focusing your job search. If you have no idea what you want to do, this is where working with a specialist like a career coach or your local workforce center can really come into play. A career coach or someone who specializes in career development will be able to provide you with some insight and ideas of different areas that you could potentially explore to focus your job search. If you were to work with a career coach, they might help identify some transferable skills that you have that apply to an area that you may not have considered otherwise. So that's where working with a career coach can really come in handy. If you have a general idea of what it is that you want to do, the work that you want to do, then it's time to come up with a list of different job titles that fit that type of work. Now, this might be an evolving list. It's probably not going to be all-encompassing right off the bat, but you're going to want to find different job title options to help you focus your job search. So a couple of ideas of places that you could use to find these types of job titles would be ONET. ONET is a really great resource that I recommend to almost all of the clients that I work with when it comes to exploring possible job options. It's a website that was developed by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it has a list of every occupation that you could think of. Under those occupations are possible job titles or keywords that are associated with that occupation. Now, this is specifically for the United States, so if you are outside of the United States, you still may be able to use ONET as an option to do some research, but it is very specific to the United States. You could also use an AI program like ChatGPT. So you might be able to go into ChatGPT and say, please generate 10 different job titles that are similar to HR generalist. And it may generate 10 different job titles that you hadn't thought of previously that you can use to focus and hone your search. The third place that you can check is LinkedIn. Find people who do the thing that you think you want to do, and then look at their profile. What is the title that they have listed for their job? You can look back at their previous experience and see kind of their career trajectory and how they got from their very first job to their current position. And then the final place that you could look would be actual organization websites, their career pages. So let's say that I want to work for Facebook in human resources. I can likely go onto Meta's website, focus my search specifically for human resources jobs, and it will give me a list of all of the open human resources jobs within Meta. And I could probably even focus it even more for Facebook specifically, Instagram, etc. That will give me an idea of what these organizations might call the types of positions that I'm looking for. So those are 4 different options of places that you can start to look to begin to build your list of possible job titles that fit the work that you want to do. The second thing that you're going to want to do to focus your job search is make a list to determine your alignment with certain positions and organizations. Now, this is a list of the things that you absolutely need in a job and the things that you want in a job. This list might also include a list of things you don't want in a job. And then as you are finding jobs to apply to, you will be able to identify if organizations and roles are a good fit or a bad fit based on their alignment with the list that you've created. So the sorts of things that you want to start exploring and listing down for yourself along the lines of things that you want and need would be salary or hourly rate. What is the minimum that you are willing to accept? And what is your preferred starting rate? What sorts of benefits do you want and need? For example, if I'm applying to a job, their health insurance benefits offered by their organization might not matter as much to me if I am fully covered by my partner's health insurance. However, if my partner's health insurance is not very good quality and I'm looking for something better, then maybe the new organization that I'm hoping to work for has better health insurance benefits. And that's something that is more attractive to me. Benefits are also so much more than your salary and your health insurance options. You'll want to consider retirement contributions. Maybe you have pets and you want your organization to offer pet insurance. Maybe you are a commuter and you want your organization to offer a commuter incentive or a commuter package where they pay for your public transportation or they reimburse you for your gasoline to get from point A to point B. So there are many things that come into play when it's your overall benefits and compensation package. So understanding what you need in a job and what you want in a job is really important when it comes to finding a job that is a good fit for you. Some things that might be a little bit harder or a little bit less tangible to be able to identify during the job search if you're finding an online job and you're applying online are things like the culture of the organization, your manager, the type of team that you're going to work with, as well as the specific work and tasks. Still going through the process of describing what you want, what you need, and what you don't want and don't need in an organizational culture, in a manager, in a team, and in the work or tasks that you do will be important to helping you be able to quickly identify what is the right opportunity for you to apply to and what might not be the best fit for you. When you can also identify what is important to you in a manager, in a teammate, in an organizational culture, you can then ask strategic questions during the interview process to understand what that culture is like, to understand your potential manager's management style, to understand the team dynamics. So having those different things that you want and that you need listed out before you even start the application process will help you easily streamline your focus and apply to jobs that are only the best fit for you, and you won't waste your time on jobs that aren't good fits. And the third way that you can focus your job search is to know where you do and don't want to work. Maybe you're looking for jobs that are exclusively remote or even exclusively in person because you want to get back in the office. Maybe you're actually looking for a job that will give you the ability to be hybrid, so both remote and in person. Maybe you want a job where you travel a lot, or maybe you want a job where there is no travel. So understanding what you do and you don't want to do, and knowing what organizations will offer, you can begin to create a list of about 10 to 20 organizations that really fit this ideal mold for you. You can start to use the list that you created for alignment with my second suggestion to identify which organizations really are a good fit or not. So the majority of the organizations that you list as organizations that you would like to work for should also mark the boxes of all of those things that are positive alignments with the wants and the needs that you have in a job and an organization. So this is just the starting point when it comes to focusing your job search. Understanding the type of job that you want to do, the actual work that you're going to do, is critical. Then having a list of your requirements, the things that you need and you want in an organization and the things that you don't want and don't need with an organization or a job. And then creating a list of 10 to 20 organizations of possible places that you could work that offer the types of jobs that you want to apply to and also fit those lists of requirements that you put together at part 2. Now you may find that as you are applying to jobs, your job titles or your list of alignments or wants and needs, and even the list of organizations might evolve slightly. There are also a lot of other things at play, like what does the job market look like? How many open positions do they have that are available? Are they a highly competitive organization? All of those things come into play. And if you can focus your job search, the chances of you finding a job sooner than if you didn't focus your job search are much higher. If you are in a position where you are unsure with what you want to do and you would like help focusing your job search, consider reaching out to me. I have limited availability each week to work with clients, so please reach out to me as soon as possible so I can help you focus your job search. It's likely that if you are in the process of needing to focus your job search, that my 4-session coaching package would be the best fit for you. This is where we schedule 4 sessions to work together to work through those tangible items like your resume, your LinkedIn profile, and those non-tangible items like interview strategy, how you might answer certain interview questions, how you might talk about salary during the interview process. So that package may be the best fit for you. However, if you're looking to just kind of dip your toe into the strategy of your job search, I also offer individual sessions where we could meet one time and kind of discuss a general strategy for your overall search. If this is something that you're interested in, please contact me as soon as possible. I've linked to my website and my email in the description box below, and I would love to hear from you today. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas on how you can focus your job search or how you focused your job search in the past, please throw them in the comments box below. I love receiving comments. I will do my best to get back to each of you individually, but if I'm not able to, just know that your comments, your experiences that you share will likely help someone else who's going through something similar. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can continue to receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.